Well, trainer Paul Nicholls missed last year's Kempton Gallop this morning ahead of the Cheltenham Festival, but he didn't do that this year. Paul, why was it important that you got a few of the horses here this morning?
It just fitted in nicely with their programme, and Barney prepared the track nice and soft, which is good for those horses, and the four we brought, it was just ideal for them, you know.
Tutti Quanti is the storyline coming out of the day. It seems like he's going to take his chance in the Champion Hurdle. What would conditions need to be for him not to run?
As long as it's good to soft or slow, then we'll run. Colin Donlan, who owns him, will have plenty of conversations. Of course, we've got the luxury not to have to confirm until I think 6 days before, so we can see. I mean, yeah, he has got form on better ground. It's just he was so effective in that very testing ground here. There, it surprised me a little bit, to be honest with you. There's no saying he won't go on decent ground. He ran well in last year's race. He finished 6th, and he was half the horse then as he is now, and that was good ground in my view last year. But it's just he's improving. I can see just where he's working, and physically he's improving. It could be an open year this year, and why not give it a go? I mean, it'd be his last run over hurdles before he goes chasing. He could carry 12 stone round in a handicap again, or have a go at the big one. And you know, we've got plenty of money in the bank from him this year that he's won in the 2 big races. So I think it's highly likely we'll give it a go.
I suppose off his mark as well. If you were to stick with the handicap route, there aren't too many options.
They're not doing. He's 151 now, so that puts him in the mix a little bit. If you think the filly that won last year is 152, I think she is, and Dan's horse is 159. They're not that poles apart. If Constitution Hill or some of the others didn't run, it could be an open contest. So you know, he's very effective left-handed, and the track will suit him. So yeah, and when they're improving, you never know where that ceiling might end.
What's been the making of him, do you feel?
Just time and a bit of patience with him, really. He had a little setback last year. When he won at Foss last first time out, he managed to sustain quite a nasty cut on a hind leg that meant we had to give him plenty of time. He probably his first run or two in the spring, he wasn't quite ready, not as fit as we liked him because of the time off. And then he won at Foss last, and we were just minding him really. And I've just given it. I mean, Chepstow ran him early in the season. I think he probably looked back and think he should have been certainty off 128 or something like that. But it was too early days. He wasn't ready then. And then we gave him plenty of time, and he proved from Newbury to Newbury, and just he's on an upward curve.
You mentioned chasing. 151 rated hurdler going chasing is an exciting thought.
It is. That's what you want, you know. And I've always thought it'd make a lovely chaser. I mean, yeah, exciting for next year.
Interestingly, we don't know if he's going to line up against Constitution Hill. What did you think of his run at Southall the other night?
He was awesome. You can't think of anything but. I suppose I've spoken to Nicky a few times. That can only have made the decision even harder, really, to see him look so good on the flat. And you know, Nicky's going to have plenty of advisors and plenty of advice, but he knows what he's doing. He'll make it the right decision, whatever he does, and everyone in racing should respect that decision when he makes it.
What would you do?
What would I do? I think probably now he's won a Champion Hurdle. He's had those 3 quite bad falls. What I saw the other day, I'd be getting very excited about a flat campaign, but you know, I'm not Nicky.
Tutti Quanti worked this morning with no drama this end. How pleased were you with that work, and is he exactly where you want him now?
Yeah, very pleased. He's not quite as sharp as Tutti Quanti, but he worked very well this morning. They did a nice piece of work. When Cobby picks him up, he gallops all the way to the line, and that's just what he wanted, was a good blow. And he had a away day last week with Regent. Stroll worked nicely, and he's where we want now, so in just 2 weeks just freshen him up. But he's a different horse. He takes plenty of work. He needs it. And but I love the way he's going forward, and the great thing about him, he's so laid back. He does everything behind the bridle, but when you want him to pick up, he does.
He's done absolutely nothing wrong, and yet he's not currently at the top of the market for the Turners Novices Hurdle. Mighty Park is for Willie Mullins, who's had 1 run in a maiden hurdle. What do you think of that?
Well, there we are, and it's all the hype at the moment is about that horse. But look, we've run in 3 hurdle races, 2 grade 2s and a grade 1. No one can match that, really. But it is what it is. I mean, if he's good enough, he'll win. If he's not, he won't. But you know, again, what an exciting chaser. You won't see the best of him until he's jumping the fence, that's for sure.
You mentioned Regent Stroll. We've not seen him this morning. How come?
He did plenty last week. He's a different type of horse, and I don't want to give him another away day. He would do plenty and probably get himself a little stressed, although he's getting so much better. And he worked very well last week. I just didn't need to do any more with him. He's exactly where I want him. He's going to have a school next week, and he'll run in the Jack Richards on the Thursday.
He has not a too dissimilar profile to Coldwell Potter, who won that race last year. He's a pound behind him on the ratings, and he's got the Grade 1 novice hurdle form. Do you see similarities?
Oh, definitely. Big, strong, classy horse. You know, needed time. It took us a while to work out Coldwell Potter last year. Everyone was telling me he was a 2-miler, but actually you saw at Aintree went over 3 miles. He wanted a trip, and it worked out very well. I'm sure Regent Stroll wants 3 miles in time. But he's just been work in progress. He's getting there now, and 145 I think is a very fair mark. You'd think he was only just beaten in the Grade 1 at Aintree last year. That was good form. I think also beat him, forget what his name is now, of Gordon's Honesty Policy. I think he'll very nearly win the Stairs Hurdle, so that could be very good form. So yeah, we're excited about him as well.
Outside of those three, is there a Paul Nicholls handicapper that's lurking?
I've got some nice ones to run in the Fred Winter. I haven't really balanced it up. Yeah, Manila Yoga, he got dropped a pound today. He's 128. He's quite a nice horse. I like him a lot. He's done, obviously beat Active Innocence at Newbury. Ran very well in the Triumph Hurdle trial at the Festival on Trials Day. He was just a bit green, which you'd only expect really. So I didn't think the Triumph was a good idea, and I thought he might get a nice mark. Whether that's a good mark or not, I don't know. In time, it probably will be. And Pourquoi Pas Papa probably shot ourselves in the foot. He went very well at Haydock, went up £7 to 128. But he's on an upward curve. Those two could run very well.
Manila Yoga being rated 128. I get the impression from not only his price tag, but what he did on the first start with Active Innocence as well, that could be quite lenient.
I think could be, but he is a big, rangy, backward horse. He's had 3 runs. He's not. The Fred Winter can often be won by sharp, flat horse, which he's not. He's a different type of horse, but I think he's got plenty of ability and he's exciting, so that could be very interesting.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.